Right, folks, welcome to anyone who might have joined, and of course the people who are already on the stream from the Back to the Future. We are going to continue our Crusader Kings 2 playthrough. And let me launch the game, shall we? I'll have to move my webcam. Right. So, Crusader Kings 2, we will continue our Iron Man game of Vermandois. And in good Belgian fashion, people might remember that last time I was drinking for the first time a Belgian beer called Satan, and this time I've brought something else, again a beer I've never tried before. And it's called Julius. It's got a nice picture of Julius Caesar. Let's just see. Crusader Kings. Right. So Julius, I thought that was fitting because our dynasty are the descendants of Charlemagne. Charlemagne, who once ruled the Holy Roman Empire, and of course, since Julius Caesar is of course also the Roman Empire. Okay, it's a long stretch, but cheers. And let's recapitulate where we were with our game of Crusader Kings. So for those of you who've been watching the stream, sorry, wrong screen, the dynasty tree, that's what I was looking at, the dynasty tree. So we started playing with Count Herbert the Hunter, who was in a lot of affairs with women in his court, created lots of offspring, which is good because when we started out, the Karling dynasty was near extinction. So currently we have 17 living Karlings, and so Count Herbert the Hunter, he died, but before he did, he managed to get a second county, nearby county, and when he died, before he died, he changed succession law to elective gavelkind, which means that not just his children inherit, but he can actually, or him and his vassals could actually elect the primary heir, who gets the main title, and then any remaining titles are spread among his children. My favorite heir would have been Valorant Karling, but if possibly Pierre. But eventually the mayors and bishops voted for Pierre, his brother, and so when Herbert died at age 66, his brother Pierre became Count of Vermandois, the primary title, while the other county, Amiens, was inherited by Herbert's oldest son Eudes Karling. And Pierre, of course, was already very old as well. He was younger than Herbert, but he lived until 68. And when he died, his title was passed on to Pierre Vermandois, another son of Herbert. So now we have two sons of Herbert. We are playing as Pierre, the Count of Vermandois, and his older brother Judas is the Count of Amiens, or half-brother. His other brother here, Duke Valoran, is married to the Duchess of Småland in Sweden. So his children are actually going to inherit a bigger title, but at the moment he's just the husband of the Duchess. And then we have the fourth boy here, Manasseh of Laon, is currently the Bishop of Laon. Good thing to know here is that Judas Karling over here is the son of the Count of Amiens, is the rival of our current character Count Pierre. But he will inherit the county of Amiens as it stands for the moment. So that's a bit the background. We will play as the Count of Vermandois Pierre. Let's look at his character again, because I do like to go into character. He's a dutiful cleric and legitimized bastard son of Herbert. He is scarred, visibly scarred from old wounds. He's honest, ambitious. He's got a hot temper, but he is gregarious, kind, and maimed, because he was maimed in battle. Which means that he will probably not live as long as his father Herbert. And maimed is much worse than wounded, because maimed normally doesn't heal, whereas wounded can go away over time. And he does have a weak claim on the county of Amiens, so that could be a reason to go to war against his half-brother. But it's a weak claim. Hi Pancake, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back again. Weak claims can only be pressed against female rulers if the claimant himself is male, against regencies, against titles already contested in another claim or succession war, or titles where the claimant is second or in line or third in line to inherit. Now if we look at the county of Amiens, Judas Karling, Almodis Karling, Ermengarde Karling, Melisande Karling, Valoran Karling, and Otton Karling. All Karlings in the line of succession there, but we, Count Pierre, are not in the line of succession there. So at the moment we cannot press that claim in war. However, it is a claim that can be inherited by our successor. So we will have that claim for a long time to go, so we don't know what happens with Judas. So at one point in time we may be able to go to war and reconcile both counties. Right, what else? Our council, we have this guy here, Jacques, who's a good chancellor. Our marshal is decent, our steward's decent, our spy master is rubbish, absolutely rubbish. Oh, but we have our wife, Countess Prost. She's got 10 intrigue, which is not bad at all. And for the Chancellor and the Spymaster position, no, for the Spymaster position only, I believe, your wife and your mother can also be a Spymaster. Normally females can never have any council position, but Spymaster is an exception, but only for your wife or your mother. So Mayor Hildebert, I'm very sorry, but 5 is really just not enough. So I'm gonna appoint my wife as my Spymaster. and she can scheme around in Vermandois. Just to discover or to increase the chance of discovering any plots against me. Let's look at our vassals. The mayor likes us. The bishop likes us more than the pope, so both are paying taxes, meaning we get 2.5 prestige every month. No, that's money, sorry. 0.7 prestige and 0.6 piety. We already have a lot of prestige, but not piety. And you can see this is our score. Each successive ruler will add his prestige and piety to the total score. And that's a good thing that we have a prestigious dynasty, so every dead character will add a lot of prestige to our score. But of course, we are not playing this game for score, we are playing this game to have fun. Not much happening here at the moment. France seems to be at peace. King Philip is getting older, 50. Well, he looks a lot older than 50. A son was born to Count Pierre of Vermandois and Countess Prost. I should assign OBS Obsidian Beard's wife to a spy master. Yes. Good point there. So we have a son, that's good news, called Arnaud. No, this is not Arnaud. I'm going to pick a random person on the stream and never zero. And I have fulfilled my ambition to have a son. Never zero Karling. And I can pick a new ambition now. I've been spending more time with my wife Prost lately, and though of course we didn't marry for love, I can tell it is growing. Ah, marital bliss. Our opinion of each other has increased. Right, let's pick a new ambition. Become Chancellor, Marshal, Steward or Spy Master. The only thing we could potentially become is perhaps Chancellor, but even that, 12 is not that high. We are in quite a large kingdom, of course, so there's probably someone with a better diplomacy. Become a paragon of virtue. Now, with the current piety we get, 0.5 per month. Yeah, that's like 6 piety per year. If we need to get to 500 piety, that's gonna take us a hell of a long time, so that's not really realistic. And become King of France, there might be an opportunity at one point, but it's also not very likely. But yeah, the rest is not that likely either, so maybe we should just go for the King of France ambition. Yes, I want to become King of France. If the Fabricate Claims Counselor mission is available, it may acquire a claim on France with this ambition. Wow, I didn't know that. There's also reduced cost to create the kingdom if it doesn't yet exist. This ambition cannot be cancelled. Well, that's too bad. Let's just go ahead and we want to become King of France. Now let's look at the realm tree for the Kingdom of France. So we have King Philip. And then we have a few dukes here at 30%. And no, this is Eudes of Amiens. This is our half-brother. What? He has more armies than me? I was supposed to have the primary title. Well, if you look at it together, we have like 930 and yeah, like 2000 armies. That's something like Etienne, the Duke of Champagne over here. Just a bit less. So we're not really a powerful vassal, even if we would recover Amiens. How do people like us? Well, you can see this is opinion of King Philip and this is their opinion of us. So most of them do have a positive, or all of them have a positive opinion of us. But it's only mildly positive. So not really that great. And they absolutely adore King Philip. He's been reigning for some time, of course, so that creates respect among his vassals. And if we look at the Kingdom of France, it's agnatic elective, so the vassals will vote among the Duke, the de jure dukes, and the king himself can vote for the successor, and currently Prince Henry is the current heir for the Kingdom of France with no less than 5 votes, so he's pretty strong position there to inherit the Kingdom of France. But we'll see what happens when he actually becomes king. At the moment, as long as there's still King Philip, we don't have much of a chance. Oh, we can create a faction right now. Prince Clotaire. We can choose the next heir, but only among the dukes. Independence, lower crown authority, or Gavelkind succession. Gavelkind wouldn't help us in any way. Lower crown authority is not worth going to war for. And independence, really, we're better off as a vassal of the King of France than as an independent county. If we would become independent, we can be sure that we'll be attacked by something like Holy Roman Empire relatively fast, and we might even lose our title. Intrigue! Can we plot something? Lots of people we could kill, but we could kill our rival, but the possible plot power is not very high. My cousin, the Queen of England? Oh, she's married to the King of England? Oh, she's also my rival. How many rivals do I have? Oh, 2, right. So I can kill her because she's my rival. She's Karling, she's in a different realm, she's married to the King of England, so I don't benefit at all from killing her. Besides, she's the wife of the King of England, and I'm just a count in France. How would I kill her? Not very likely to succeed. Adelaide Karling. So this is my daughter. Oh, I already had 2 daughters? Wait a second, why is he not shown? Oh yeah, I'm looking at her. Alright, so I had 2 daughters and 1 son. Melusine. Right, and they are both strong because they inherited the strong trait from their mother. And then we have Never Zero Karling, our newborn son. So Melusine is already being raised by Hildegard Vergeralf. And now we are looking at Adelaide. Well, young Adelaide. No, not my rival Eudes. I will educate you myself. So we've arrived at a bit of a point in time where there's not really much we can do. So we're just gonna let time run and wait till something happens. And we've been playing for 37 years. Can imagine the game will end somewhere in 1400 and something, so that's more than 300 years to go. Can imagine how long one playthrough can take. And we started in 1066. If you have some of the DLCs, you can even start at a much earlier time period. Duke of Toulouse has usurped a county. What succession law does Amiens have? Yeah, the same. Agnatic, cognatic, elective, gavel kind. So in theory, the rulers here, the vassals of Count Eudes, they could actually vote for me as the heir, because I am a Karling, but they really adore their liege. 100 opinion, they're friends. Oh wow, both the mayor and the bishop are friends of the count, so we can forget any intrigue happening over there. Crusader kings, yes, there we go. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and the routes are not safe. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pope Stephanus X has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars. The Crusades! Deus vult! So now the Pope can actually call a crusade. My daughter Adelaide hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Temperance is a virtue. Thank Jesus for Adelaide's virtues. And she must learn to enjoy life. 50% chance that she becomes glutinous. Well, temperance is a virtue, of course. Let's just look. I'm not glutinous. I'm not temperate. So yeah, temperance is a virtue. That sounds like the most obvious choice. Not gonna punish the child for being temperate. Barracks have been built. Oh yeah, I forgot, I have upgraded my barracks. Barracks level 3. Which gives me a bit more troops now. Well, I can potentially raise 950 troops. That's still really not a lot. Oh, and the bishop likes the Pope more now? Yeah, he's not providing any armies anymore because he likes the Pope more than me. What changed? Title claimant. Oh yeah, he's of my dynasty, of course. And Pope? I can appoint a successor. Etienne, court chaplain. Yeah, seems like a good choice. Yeah, appointing my brother or half-brother as bishop has good and negative sides. The good thing is that it increases prestige and piety for our dynasty. On the other hand, of course, he gets a negative opinion modifier because he's a title claimant, or I am a title claimant. Many things in the game have upsides and downsides. That's especially true for most of the trades. I've been corresponding regularly with my half-sister Parviz and always make sure to see her whenever I get the chance. It's a harsh world and family must stick together. Family first. Increased opinion. She's the She's my half-sister who is married to the Duke in Norway. Oh, he's Prince of Norway, Marshal of Norway. Interesting. And they have a son. Why is he not of my dynasty? Oh, he's a bastard son. What? Come on, man, you have to create kids with my half-sister, not with other women. Damn you. Oh, crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness Pope Stephanus X has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Caliph Athanasius in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. God will grant the pilgrims remission of sins in heaven. Deus vult! And now we have here the Catholic crusade for Jerusalem. So Pope Stephanus versus Caliph Athanasius. And any Christian ruler can actually join sides and join the crusade. The only issue I have here is that I don't have a coastal province, so I cannot possibly have any ships to go to Jerusalem. So there are two options if I want to go and fight in Jerusalem. I go overland, and it's a long way from Vermandois to Jerusalem, as you can imagine. People wouldn't normally do this by foot. The second option, of course, is that I attach my army to another army heading to Jerusalem, and then I may get in the boat of another Christian ruler who is on our side. Getting crusader trade, actually setting foot in the Holy Land to fight for the crusade, gives you a crusader trade, and crusader is really good. People really respect a crusader. Of course, there is the downside that you risk getting killed. So His Holiness Pope Stephanus has declared a crusade to reclaim all parts of the Kingdom of Jerusalem held by Caliph Athanasius. Since the crown of Jerusalem is not held by a Catholic ruler, all gains will be handed over to the ruler who contributes the most to the crusade, which is currently Pope Stephanus X. Because he's the only one in there, we've paused the game. So the game will calculate each ruler's contribution to a war, if there are different allies. And the one who contributes the most, when the Catholics win, of course, that person will get all these territories conquered from the Muslims in Jerusalem. So you can actually get a relatively big plot of land. Let's just check here the de jure Kingdom of Jerusalem. Right, so this is the de jure Kingdom of Jerusalem. And this is the actual situation. So we have a part by the Fatimid. And there's also the... Oh, there's a Fatimid revolt. Look at this. So a large portion of the Emir's kingdom or empire is actually in revolt. Grand Vizier of the Fatimid revolt, Prince of Egypt, Emir of Galilee. Sympathy for Christendom. Wow. Interesting. So this guy is a Shia Muslim, Egyptian, with sympathy for both Judaism and for Christendom. And he is a descendant from the Prophet Muhammad's uncles, Al-Abbas and Abu Talib. or from the sons of his daughter Fatima. Interesting. This is a kind, brave person. Proud. Okay, now let's look at the Sheikh himself. Fatimid. No. Oh, this one. Caliph Athanasius. He's also Sayyid, a gardener, brave, humble, greedy, and cruel. He, lack of funds, owes money to Jews twice? How is that possible? Normally you cannot borrow money from Jews if you already have a debt. So how can he have that twice? Interesting. Yeah, he's winning the war to lower crown authority though, so the revolt's not really going to be much of a success. Oh, this is the leader of the revolt. Samir. Right. So, are we going to join the crusade? Yes, we are. Offer to join Pope Stephanus X in Catholic crusade for Jerusalem. All help is appreciated. Yeah, he's not gonna reject any help, of course. There we go. We've just offered our help. And now we have to wait till he accepts. To the great wit Pierre, may you live in harmony and contentment. I gladly accept your offer of assistance in my war. Let our enemies tremble. Pope Stephanus X. Okay. So now we have Pope Stephanus, Serene Doge Bono of Venice, and Count Pierre of Vermandois, who are fighting the crusade. But others will follow most certainly. Let's just raise our armies. I'm not gonna raise the army of my vassal because his opinion will then go down and it's only 60 levies. However, I need to go there myself if I want to be a crusader. So I'm gonna lead my army here. Auto balance. Yeah, just one barony. So there's no flanks. This is the army of the Pope. About 5,000. And Serene Doge of Venice. Haven't seen him yet. Let's just travel here for starters. Oh yeah, there we have that Venice. Yep, that's Venice. And others are joining. The Earl of Desub. I'm not gonna read that out loud. And another Earl. Are these Irish Earls? Tyr Eogain. Yep, this is him. And there's him heen. Oh my god. Oh, this is over here. Yeah, those two Irish Earls. And there are also the Grand Headmaster Hassan of the Hashashin, the assassin sect, has also allied with the Caliph to defend against the Christians. That was to be expected, of course. There we go, England is raising armies. And here, Salerno. Yep, Scotland. No, this is England. Here we have a battle already. Salerno versus Zirid Sultanate. So yeah, crusade means lots of armies are going to be raised all over the place. But usually the Christians lose. It was like 15,000 armies here from England, 5,000 from the papacy, 2,000 of Salerno, 5,000 from the papacy. Oh yeah, this is the Pope's army. Can we see what's going on? There we go. We have already Venice arrived. Venice has lots of galleys, of course. 2,000, and there's a 12,000 army of Muslims over here. King of England. Well, not that much. One thing that may be related to this is, of course, the fact that there is an anti-pope. So the Holy Roman Empire, for instance, I think is not going to join because they are not recognizing the Pope in Rome. Interesting. Oh, there we are. We are almost in Croatia. Why isn't King Philip joining the war? Hey, King Philip, aren't you supposed to join the crusade? Well, he's not particularly pious. Well, he's got 1100 piety? And you're not going to join the crusade. I think it's a good thing to join the crusade for the simple reason that we haven't had many battles yet in this game. In playing mostly diplomacy, intrigue and marriage, seduction. Army of Dukalja. Oh, these are assassins. There's a small assassin army over here in Croatia. Where's their base? Title. Alamut. Over here. And this is where the assassin come from. And don't ask me what country this is currently. Middle East for sure, but interesting. Alright, where's our army? Oh, the battle's going on around here. Oh, they're winning a battle. Venice, Deshumhain, Tirogane and England are fighting the Fatimid and the Assassin, and they are winning that war. Yes, they are. Why can't I see the war? Because there's none of my armies in there, apparently. Let's just take a look at this war. They do take a lot of attrition here. Reinforcing. Yep, 19% for the Christians. The Battle of Beirut. But I expect to see some more Muslim armies coming up. But the thing is that due to their internal fight over here, both the Fatimid and the Fatimid revolt may have lost a lot of armies, and the way that works in this game is that when your armies, this is your raised armies, unraised, and your max total. I have a max total of 889. When I lose some soldiers in battle, it takes some time to get them back, so I could potentially get to 889 levies. But at the moment I only have like 820. only had 757 when I raised my army. So meanwhile I have regenerated 68 armies. So that means if you just fought like a large war and you've had some battles and many people died, then it takes time to recover and get your army size back to where it was, which makes sense. My wife Prost is pregnant. Good. If we look, we can see this if we look at this realm tree. Yeah, here we see it. So the total levy of Caliph Athanasius is 21,400. That's his theoretical maximum, but his current levy is only 10,700. So he's at a weak point, and the Pope was actually had a really good timing to launch the crusade. Usually the Christians lose the crusades, but in this case they might actually win it. Oh, I'm stuck here. Move up, move up. My daughter Adelaide is aiming for the stars, the ambitious little brat. That's only right, or ambition will not serve her. Well, I'm ambitious, I guess. Yep, I'm ambitious. That is only right. Adelaide sets great goals for herself and she works hard at reaching them. She has gained the ambitious trait. Wow, strong, temperate, ambitious. If she were a man, she would make a fantastic ruler. But of course, if she has great traits, it will be easier to marry her off. My heart missed a beat when I saw Adelaide emerge from the dungeons, covered in grime and with a bloody knife in her hand. I'll teach Adelaide some useful skills. Why? Am I cruel? No, I'm rot. But I'm also kind, so I'm full of empathy. Why? This doesn't make sense. This really doesn't make sense. I'm kind and I will teach her some useful skills when she's actually being cruel. I'm kind. I thought kind was the opposite of cruel. So I should have another option than to support her. I should be able to punish her. Well, I guess I have no choice. I'll teach her some useful skills. 50% chance that she becomes cruel. 25% that she becomes rot. I am rot though. I have a hot temper for sure, but I am kind. And 25% chance that he gains the trait craven. Oh no. Adelaide seems to enjoy watching others in pain. She has gained the cruel trait. Just when I was talking what fantastic traits she had. Well, guess she now has cruel as well. A message about a point commander has been received from Philip Capet. We've decided to offer you the position of commander. Wait, is he part of the crusade yet? No, he's not. Wait a second, I'm going to the Holy Land to fight in the crusade. I'm not gonna be commander now. Is he fighting any war? He's not. So if I accept and he's not fighting, I can still lead my army, but as soon as he declares war, I will probably be recalled to lead his army. So that's a risk. Decline. His opinion of me isn't all that great. I like him a lot. Shall I decline King Philip's request? Hey, I want to appoint you commander. No way, thanks. I'm not interested. How can he even reach me? I'm on my way to the Holy Land. By foot. I'm gonna decline this. I'm sorry, King. Decline. In other circumstances I might have accepted, but now? No, not really. So we have a little bit of attrition along the way. Because we are out of supplies. Yeah, we're not in friendly territory, and so we are out of supplies, so people are dying in our army. Holy War for Barcelona. King Philip's offered to join the war of Duke Bergeramon. Over here, yeah. Oh, he's fighting two wars. The Emir of Hudit Emirate in the Holy War for Barcelona. And the Emir is winning. And so the King of France, his ally, has offered to join the war, and it was accepted. Well, a good thing that I didn't accept the commander position, or I would now be fighting in Barcelona instead of Jerusalem. Both are holy wars, but one's a crusade and the other is not. This is by orders of the Pope himself, while the other is only for the benefit of those Christian rulers over there. A daughter was born to Count Pierre Vermandois and Countess Prost, named... I'm not gonna name my daughter after one of you guys, unless there is someone female watching the stream. Please shout out, because I don't think any of my male streamers will appreciate if I name my daughter after them. So Eustache it will be. And the crusade is going very well. We're occupying 3 counties or 3 holdings already, and we won that Battle of Beirut. Sorry. And you can see the armies, the Christian armies here are larger than the Muslim armies. And the Caliph doesn't have many allies, in fact. I'm quite surprised of that. So let's go over here somewhere. We're almost there. Jeanne Karling. Oh, she's betrothed to the King of Scotland. He's already king. He's only 9 years old. Yeah, he's king. And he's set to marry my cousin Jeanne, the daughter of Pierre. I don't really care how she evolves now, right? Jacques, my chancellor. Yes, that's fine. You go ahead, Jacques. So you see my army is decreasing, but it's a percentage decrease, so it's not a big deal for such a small army anyway. I want to fight. Come on, let's head over here. Just make sure we avoid any large Muslim armies, because we are just a small one, until we can actually attach our army to one of the bigger stacks from the Christians. Haha, we are just in time. Just in time for this battle. See, the Fatimid army over here, 9,500, is heading to Safed, where the army of England is invading with 10,700 levies, and we are also heading there, and we'll arrive at 5 September, and the Muslims will arrive on 6 September, so we'll be 1 day in advance. I'm gonna slow down time though, because I want to make sure I attach before the Muslims arrive. Yep, we're here. And then attach to the army of Turfrit. There we go. And we are in battle. We are in battle, yes, yes. So we have the Battle of Chastelet, the big battle in the Crusade. And we were just in time. We went there by foot. And I'm actually leading the center flank of the Christian army with my 9 martial ability. Oh my god, that's not good. And we have Earl Oswald of Somerset with 18 martial ability leading the right flank, and nobody the left flank? What? What the hell, England? Why don't you have any marshals, any commanders in your army? Right, these Muslims, they have 14, 15, 14. They have good commanders. Their army is smaller though. There any defensive bonus? No, doesn't look like it. Right. Well, let's see how this goes. Yes, pancake. Are you eating pancakes? I finally stand before the destination of the crusade. With sword in hand, I'm ready to storm the walls of Safed. Excellent! Gain 25 prestige and 25 piety. Our armies now stand poised to take part in the crusade for the kingdom of Jerusalem. Deus vult! And I gain the Veteran Crusader, Martial +2, Personal Combat Skill +1, Church Opinion +15, and Religious Same Trait Opinion +15. Yep, there we are, Crusader. And I am maimed. I am maimed, but I'm still leading the center flank of the Christian army in Jerusalem. That's very realistic. How's the battle going? Still relatively equal, I think. Yeah, few more losses on the Muslim side. But now there's fighting back here. Oh. Yep, they've had quite a significant blow there on the left hand. I'm gone, I'm no longer leading here the center. Did I run away? There's more troops coming in. The army of Guido from Salerno is going to arrive the 4th of October. That's before the end of the battle, maybe. Because they're out of morale, they're gonna flee. Oh yeah, he still arrives in time. Oh, the Muslim army is gonna get wrecked here. I doubt I will have the highest participation in that war, but casualties on our side 2,900, and on the Egypt side 4,500. That's definitely a victory, and that means now we lost a small battle in the meantime, and that's it. The Battle of Chastelet, in which we gloriously led the center flank, plus 15% for the Christians. Excellent. 549. So many armies. Yeah, they're retreating, of course. They're going to Urbit. They're fleeing over here. While the English army is actually sieging this castle here, Safed. And the other armies here will be heading to Sur. This Sur? Yeah, this is Sur. Oh yeah, Venice has already gotten one of the cities over here. Interesting. What's our percentage? 0%. Why 0%? I was leading that flank. But of course it's not the commander's role, but the army, the actual army, and I only have 550 soldiers left, so that's only a small portion, of course, of this Christian army. Right, I hope you guys like that there's a bit of battle now. That's the thing with Crusader Kings, of course. I cannot plan a stream with lots of battles or lots of intrigues, because you kind of rely on what happens in the game, and most of that is randomized. So you can have your playstyle, but you still rely on events happening in the game, and that's what makes it great. It can be unpredictable. And well, it is a game called Crusader Kings after all. But now we are a crusading count. I do like the way I look here. I should have named him Obsidian Beard or something. Is Obi watching? I doubt it, but let me just quickly pause and check the stream. Oh, it's quite lonely in there. Not many people around today, it seems. Well, that's not a problem. Let's just continue. Where is the battle? Over here. 76%. Yeah, we are occupying more territories, so the war score is rapidly increasing. This is gonna be quite a short crusade. Oh. The Holy War for Barcelona has ended in white peace. The Siege of Safed was a success, 81%. Siege of Chastelet, 88%. Yep, it's going very fast here. When did the Holy War start? 1104. We're only 2 years and 1 month, and we're already at 93% war score? This is gonna be the fastest crusade I've ever experienced. Oh, there's armies here, but yeah, still we have a larger army. When guests arrive, my daughter Adelaide is the first to greet them and shower them with questions. The child clearly has potential. thank God that she isn't shy. The child is annoying. What? Annoying? This child clearly has potential. Where is she? Gregarious. Awesome. If it weren't for the cruel, she's got only good stats. Well, cruel does have its advantages. In battle, for instance, for a commander, a cruel commander is pretty good. For intrigue as well, but less for diplomacy and vassal opinion. The war over yet? 93%. Look at these. Oh! Well, the Muslim army over here is bigger than the Christian army of the papacy. It's actually the Pope's army himself. But they are defending from mountain terrain, so that gives them a rather large bonus. So they might still win this battle. Not sure if they'll win, but they might. But it doesn't look like it, no. They're going to flee, so this will be a battle lost that will have a bit more impact on the war score. Yeah, minus 2% more or less. But if you look at the others, it's still not that significant. And meanwhile, there's still our army over here that is about to conquer this mosque. And there's another large army over here trying to capture Madaba. So it's only a small temporary setback. Should have stayed with me, Pope. Let's speed that up a bit. I think this crusade's almost over, for sure. Nothing the Caliph can do against that. And we have 1% war contribution. The siege successful, 96%. Awesome. I thought I had paused that. Oh, there's larger armies. Thing is that the Christian armies are spread out a bit. There's like 9,000 here, 4,005 and 3,000. So this 6,000 army can still take out a 3,000 one. Although, of course, this one might jump to an 8. They are in nearby counties. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is excellent. The Fatimid is fighting the Fatimid revolt over here, right next to the Christians who are actually storming their castles and cities. The Muslims are fighting each other. Well, perfect timing for this crusade. This revolt certainly had a large impact on the outcome of the crusade. Because the Muslims were not at full strength due to this internal revolt. And that's a good thing if you want to go to war yourself. If you watch out when rulers are at their weakest, you can actually take down someone who is normally stronger than you are. And vice versa, if you play as a king or an emperor, you should be careful when you have multiple wars. If you have a big war, even if you are gonna win, if you lose a lot of armies in the process, you are vulnerable, of course, to attacks at that point in time. So sometimes being too aggressive can backfire. 100%. Crusade's gonna end any moment now. Yep. The Catholic Crusade for Jerusalem has ended. Pope Stephanus 10-1. Successful crusade. God has granted King Eormenred of England victory in the crusade for Jerusalem against Caliph Athanasius. Pope Stephanus X has called for a month of celebration across the whole Christian world. Praise God. This guy is actually incredible. Look at his stats. He's fortune builder, quick, crusader, charitable, just, temperate, diligent, deceitful and cynical, and a bit stressed. Yeah, I'd be stressed. Look at his demand size. Yeah, he's got the whole of Jerusalem added to his demand. So this is also the guy who defeated William the Conqueror and Harold of Norway and actually stayed as King of England after he succeeded King Leofwine. Hunting. Have a son. Oh, he doesn't have a son? Nope, he doesn't. Wait, is this the same Eormenred who was king before? He's only 26? Am I not mistaking him with someone else? Oh, this was the guy who was in charge before, wasn't it? King Grid the Lame? Yeah, this was the one who actually ruled and won against William the Conqueror. Anyway, the Christian Crusade's over, and I have an achievement unlocked, Crusader. Why haven't I got this achievement before? Maybe only if you win the crusade? Or maybe the achievement didn't exist back in the day when because I've been on crusades before. And let's get the game going. Oh yeah, our army is still here. We need to disband our army, but we're not in... Oh yeah, we're in English territory. Can we... Now we're gonna lose them, eh? Half of them, because we're not in friendly territory. But if we have to travel all the way back, I'm just gonna disband them here. I mean, 200 troops isn't gonna help us anyway if we would end up in a war right now. Message. Peace be with you. We've decided to offer you the position of commander. Do you accept? Well, at this point in time... Oh yeah, my marshal went up because I'm a crusader now. Yes, I accept. And now the bishop likes me more than the pope because I am a crusader, I guess. Doesn't it mention that? Doesn't? Church view on crusader, plus 15. But of course the Pope's also a crusader, so... Well, it doesn't matter. He likes us more now. And the Pope likes us as well, because we joined his war, the church view on crusader, and we are both crusader. Way too complicated, Gary, really? Wow. Renewed jihad. The holy city of Jerusalem, where the prophet was taken up to heaven, has fallen to infidels. His magnificence, Caliph Athanasius, will not let this stand, and has declared that another era of great conquests is upon us, such as was the case in the days of the first caliphs. The Dar al-Islam must be defended. All righteous Muslim men should prepare to join the ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. This signals a renewed era of Islamic expansion. Disturbing news. So this means that now the Muslims can call for a jihad against the Christians. It's the same as crusades, but in the other direction. It's not an easy game, Gary, I totally agree. But in the end, it's just a matter of trades impacting stats and impacting opinions. And besides that, well, it's mostly succession laws that matter. If you can understand the succession laws, the game isn't really that complicated. It's a steep learning curve for sure, but the Bektashi order, a Sufi sect of dervishes, has arisen under the leadership of a certain Haji Bakhtush Wali, a mystic from Khorasan. Striving for unity of being, Bektashis train the soul through meditation and contemplation of the inner meaning of the Quran. The Bektashi order is warlike and especially popular among Sunni Muslim soldiers. The order has sworn to protect Islam and to combat infidels and polytheists of all kind. Mystic soldiers? Pah! The Bektashi order. Oh yeah, we had family focus. Any other interesting... I fear my daughter Adelaide is too cynical for her age. Am I cynical? I'm not cynical. What's the opposite of cynical? I'm gregarious and kind. Ambitious, honest. Well, honest is the opposite of deceitful, not cynical. Nothing the strap won't cure. She shouldn't be cynical. Right, I think I will go about and wrap up the stream, people. I think there's multiple reasons. I've been going for a while since I've played some Back to the Future before, so I've been streaming for well over 3 hours already. Secondly, of course, there's not many viewers around. Blobka had a second Christmas tomorrow. Some other regulars who are not around today or have gone off already. So I don't think there's much of a point to continue the stream today. I will certainly be back tomorrow evening with more streaming. But I haven't decided yet which game. I have multiple games going on. And it's quite possible that I will do something different than Crusader Kings tomorrow. I just have to think about it, but it will be announced on my channel, and I will make sure to also let you guys know. Just a reminder, I have created a Twitter account now as well, so if you want to be updated when I will go live, do follow me on Twitter. And with that, I wish everyone a good night, and I will just finish my beer because it's been taking far too long to finish this Julius beer. Let me just show that once more. Julius with a nice picture of Julius Caesar. So, have a good night, people, and see you around.